Hi, Shira7. Okay, so this is my third attempt to record this video. Um, I just went over the time limit, so I just I get so much into it. So this video is about coming out of the spiritual closet. A lot of people are from religious families, and they take the path of spirituality and leave behind their religion that their family, are a major part of and they grew up in. And sometimes the family has a problem with someone, going on a different spiritual path. And a lot of people want to come out of the spiritual closet and let their families know and their friends know, look, I'm no longer religious. I'm spiritual now. I meditate. I, you know, sorry, I have gum. It's so good. It tastes like lemonade. I meditate. I have crystals. I read books on other things. I'm learning about ascension. I'm learning about ancient Egypt. Just all of that stuff that comes along with the spiritual awakening that people might not understand and just label it as something evil because they don't have any knowledge of it. So they automatically want to label it evil. Well, if you have family like that, or you think that they'll react that way if you let them know, what you're actually doing, then I suggest you get as much knowledge as you can about your spiritual path before you attempt to come out of the spiritual closet with them, so that you are armed with all the knowledge that you need to explain, exactly what you're doing, exactly why you're doing it, exactly how it benefits you and how it helps you and how it fulfills you more than any religion did, so that you will have an answer for all their questions. And that will kind of help them, accept it and understand why you chose this path versus the religious path. And sometimes it won't. Sometimes they'll be so, caught up in the religion themselves that they will try to get you back into it, or they will try to convince you to, stray from your spiritual path because it's evil or wrong or something like that. If you're surrounded by those kind of people, then it's just best to avoid the subject altogether and just talk about something else when you're around them, because a lot of people are, so, I don't want to call anyone brainwashed, but they're so disciplined in their religion that they become like agents against anyone that's not. And that's not good if you're in the same family or the same circle. So try to avoid any spirituality talk around them. Change the subject, go to a different room. Just say, I'm really not into religion anymore, and I don't really like to talk about the subject. And eventually, they'll leave you alone on the subject if they know that, there's nothing they can say to you about it, or that you're just simply not interested anymore. So like with your friends, if you're afraid to come out to your friends, it's like your friends really don't need to know about your spirituality. That's a personal thing. You shouldn't. First of all, if your spirituality is something that you're going to go around and throw in people's face, it's not really, that's just as bad as someone who's always quoting religious scriptures or throwing the Bible or Jesus at somebody. It's the same. So this should be a personal thing that you do without having to involve everybody. Like everyone doesn't know, you know, most people's private spirituality or religion. And I know when you first learn about certain things, you want to just tell the world, you want to share this great feeling with the world. But sometimes the world isn't ready to celebrate with you, or they don't understand what you're celebrating. So it's good to keep most of it to yourself until you're ready to, explain everything, answer all the questions, until you're patient, until your ego is out of it, until you're calm enough to let everybody know exactly what's going on, in your spiritual path and why you chose it. So, unless, a lot of people go like into the occult, or they become like witches, or they become, they practice voodoo or hoodoo or whatever. And a lot of people want to tell their parents that they do this, and they've been raised in the church, your parents aren't going to go for that. So what I suggest that you do is keep it private. You don't have to share your spirituality with everybody, unless they're in your spiritual circle. There are more than one type of circle. There's your family circle, there's your spiritual circle, and there's, your friend circle. They don't have to all be the same circle. So, like for me, I don't even have a spiritual circle. I don't have really a friend circle. I have like one or two friends. Okay, I'm like an individual person. I'm a loner. I have kids around me anyway, so they're my circle. So, like, I really don't have anybody to come out to. I mean, if they just walk around my house, they'll know I'm into some stuff. Oh my God. That's freaking. It scared me to death. Oh my God. Okay. Love me tender.